This episode's rated PG-13 for duck massage. Hello, faithful viewers. Tonight we're making a duck. I don't know what kind of duck it is, or even what we're doing. I've never made this, or really anything like this. I bought the duck on a whim, and I was like, well, I never cooked a duck before. How hard could it be? And it looks like it's a lot of work. I'm regretting what I signed up for, but that's okay. Duck is a fancy food, but just because something is fancy or pretentious doesn't mean you can't make it. And I'm gonna try to prove that tonight, and we're gonna apply my limited skills to this fancy food. So to take this up to a more pretentious level, I'm gonna start tonight's recipe with a glass of cognac. Cognac is probably what your drunk dad drinks all the time.
Are you my drunk dad?
No, I am not your drunk dad. It's important before you cook the duck to just really smell the cognac. It should remind you of various cleaning products. Oh, pinky out. I don't know if I like it. Before I open the duck and start whacking it with things, you'll need some ginger, some garlic, and an orange. I'm gonna peel that ginger. This is called a thumb of ginger. You can see it's approximately the size of my thumb. Funny how it got that name. I find when there's little knobby-doos, they just try to bop them off. A lot of times they'll just snap off, except this time they won't. Those were like your thumb warts. Alright, we're gonna be at this for hours, so I hope you guys are just strapped in, ready for a long, boring night. Here's a ginger board, which I don't really find to be super effective for grating ginger, but I got it, so I'm trying to use it. It works pretty well. Also, this ginger is organic, free of any chemicals, or at least non-organic chemicals. That works pretty well. Yeah, not bad. We'll put that in this mortar and pestle bowl. That's my biggest complaint with the ginger thing. Like, how do you get it all off? I don't know. That didn't work. Whatever. We're gonna try to put in roughly equal amount of minced garlic. You can use fresh if you want. Some orange zest. My old school zesting device. Oh shit. Something on it just came off. We got our orange that we washed. The zest, the whole thing. It's all like sticking to the bottom, that's okay. This is really wet for zest. How strange. But for our purposes, I think it's fine. Okay. And we'll take that orange and cut it into wedges. These are all gonna go in the duck's ass, cause you know, like, I don't know if it's just like weird Frenchmen or like deranged chefs, but there's like an obsession of like taking fruit and sticking it up the ass of whatever you're cooking. So we will carry on that tradition to honor our forefathers and their drunk dads. Okay, so mortar and pestle. I'm gonna grind up our ginger, orange, and garlic to a nice paste. And now we can start with the duck. Oh, you should preheat the oven to 350. There's a lot of recipes that said to do 300. We ain't got time for that. And also I like the number 350. Here is a montage that the cameraman will make of me saying 350. 350, 350, 350, 350, 350. Alright, let's start hacking at this duck. Pretty much always ducks are sold frozen. This one was no exception. I had to thaw it for a couple days. I feel like for whatever reason when I say the word thaw, it just doesn't sound right. Like, you know, like you just say a word and it sounds weird in your mouth. Like you got marbles in your mouth. It makes me think of like, I thought a putty tat. Like thaw. Anyways, here's our thawed duck. Because these are sometimes pressurized, I like to cut away from me in the case that it's gonna spray juice. Looks like this one will not. Dogs are pissed. No problem. Alright, take your duck and just doodle it out. Oh, orange sauce, great. Don't have to make that anymore. Came right out of the duck's ass. It's a girl! Take your duck orange sauce and put it in the trash. We don't need that. Oh look, it's a boy. It's a girl. Gently massage the giblets out of your duck. There's that neck flap. Big ass duck neck. All right. You should retain these. There's like a heart and a liver. You can make pate. I don't know how to make pate without making pate. All right, we'll need something here. All right, I'm gonna remove the neck flap skin, but I'm gonna save it because I might want to render it because duck fat's really yummy. What else we got here? Anything else poking around in there? Oh shit. Bonus. Alright, we don't really need to trim too much more. Alright, we need to start patting this dry. Make sure you wipe the butt. It's key to do this because if you want like crispy skin, you gotta dry it off somewhat. Otherwise it'll just be soggy, shitty. It's pretty fattened up, you know? Okay, now that it's dry-ish, we're gonna take this stuff and start shoving it up the duck's butthole. But first, I'm gonna start with some spices. This is Chinese 5-spice. The 5 spices are anise, fennel, cinnamon, cloves, and pepper. It smells like a Chinese food restaurant. We're gonna take some of that, a little bowl, and we're gonna add salt, mix it up, and we're gonna rub this inside the duck. This is gonna be hard to do. I don't think my hand's gonna... Well, good thing we got plenty of those spices. Having technical difficulties. My technique is to take my fingers and jam them up the hole and wiggle them. How nice. This episode's rated PG-13 for duck massage. Alright, once that's in there, wash your hands. Gonna need a little more spice because you dumped it in the sink. Golly. Mind you, your duck's wings might poke you a little bit. This is the worst bowl ever made. No problem. Put on a roll, baby. You know, if it sucks, it'll only be like a lot of hours of wasted labor. Alright, now we take our citrus, ginger, garlic shit. That's going inside too. This will really make your hands smell nice. Just jam it in there. Alright. It's kind of like jagged and pointy. It's like the bone's poking you. Not really that pleasant. You know, I think a lot of people would be like concerned or feel like it's icky to put your hand up a bird, but really the outside I think is a little bit more gross than the inside. The inside's just a bunch of pokey bones. Alright, let's see how many oranges you can take, baby. Get them in there. Get in there, you oranges. Alright, we got the oranges in. Okay. We're gonna tie the legs together. We're gonna kind of pinch and then tie using what should be butcher's twine, but is not. But it's gonna get the job done today. I think I need to use a little crisscross applesauce method here, or just hold it together. You hold it together. I'm gonna go around the butt flap. Hopefully that didn't work at all. No problem. You want the legs crisscross applesauce, like the video we just made with the applesauce. Just tie it however you want it. It's gonna get cut later anyways. It's gonna tie it a lot of times. Alright, we'll take our wings. I like to tuck them. Take the tip, stick it like so. Or you can do it behind the back. That's actually fancier. So behind the back. And it's easier with duck wings because they're pointy. Now, a crucial step, which I totally forgot, is we gotta poke this thing all over. We gotta prick it. A lot of hand washing if you didn't notice. I'm gonna use an oyster knife because it's cool and it's got a sharp point. But basically, the point of pricking it is it helps it get crispy. So, you just poke all over the skin. This will let some of the fat ooze out. The duck is really, really fatty. You're supposed to poke holes in the skin, but not the meat. I don't really care too much, so I'm just dabbing it. Just really give it the works. Alright, seems sufficient. Now we're gonna put this bad boy in a roasting pan. You got a few options. You could roast it on the oven rack and let it drip into a pan, or you can use a roasting pan and you'll have to periodically dump some of the fat. The duck fat is delicious and is worth saving, so bear that in mind. This is our wonderful duck. Give it one more rub down for good luck. And this is the breast side. You're gonna start with that up. So we're gonna put it in. Essentially, we're gonna roast this bad boy for 2.5 hours or so, maybe longer, I don't really know. We have to periodically flip it and drain the fat. And all kinds of fussing that I don't normally like to do with food. I don't even know if this is worth it, but we'll see. So hold on to your lunch, because the school bully's coming. We'll be back. Probably a half hour, yeah. I gotta wash my hands again. while your duck's cooking and after you finish your glass of cognac and you're feeling no pain, I recommend making a glaze. This is another thumb of ginger. I'll give you a ginger thumbs up. Yeah. Hey, Iggy. Iggy, my first dog son. Iggy. Iggy. Hey. Hey, Iggy. Oh, Iggy. How you doing, Iggy? Why you barking? What's the ruckus? Are you okay? No problem. What an expressive soul he is. Chop your ginger into slices. All right. Take those, put them in a pot. Get some OJ. You want pulp free, pulp friction. You need about 2 cups. And 1 for the old Phil. Yum. Soy sauce. Several glugs. It's about 2 tablespoons worth. Oh, one of the glugs ended up outside. Sure, I like soy sauce. 1 for the old Phil. Ha-cha-cha! That's so umami. Some brown sugar, couple tablespoons worth. I'll use the old eyeball method. Get some of your Chinaman powder, but don't call it that. Just a little, not too much. Now I'm going to introduce an ingredient that we will have on the show for quite a while because I have a lot of it. This is illegal contraband Canadian honey, which was smuggled over the border by friends of ours who do appear on the show but will not be named because I'm not incriminating them. And what a wonderful souvenir this was. Take that, Canadians. We took your honey that we paid for, but we didn't pay custom duties. We're gonna get deported. Take some of that illegal Canadian honey and get in that sauce. Oh baby. Tastes like mild thrills. That swirling method helps get it off the spoon. And 1 for the old Phil. Hot damn, that's good. I got the honey lips. We're gonna bubble it down. 5.8 heat values. That's an American thing. If you want to understand, especially if you're American. The point is to turn this into a syrup, the light syrup, or as they say in other places, syrup. Alright, well, that's gonna take a minute. I don't know what it is with cognac. I feel like I have like just a little bit of cognac. It goes straight to my head and I feel woozy. So, alright. This glaze is ready when you can push it around and you feel it. It feels syrupy, and I can feel the syrup in the pot. But when we cool, it'll get thicker. So I'm gonna turn off the heat, take it off that burner. We've been cooking it for about 10 to 15 minutes. I'm gonna let it cool. While we're here, let's check on the duck. It's cooking. My oven light I don't think works. I wanna show you some of the fat is starting to come out of the pokey parts, which is good. I think we're gonna let it go for an hour for now. All right, check on that in another 30 minutes. All right, see you soon.
It's time to flip the duck.
I'm ready. Oh baby, holy duck fat. I need to get a duck fat receptacle. No problem. I've got the skills of an artist. All right, here's our duck. We need to flip it over, and we need to drain the fat. I don't know what order we should do that in. Maybe I'll pick it up. No. A duck. No problem. Here's our duck fat. Drain over there. Oh yeah, baby. Now when we put the duck back in the pan, I'm gonna flip it over. All right, keep your gloves on, kids. Otherwise, you make a mistake. Check on that in half an hour. In the meantime, feed your dogs. We're at hour 1.5. Let's look at our duck getting roasty. Roasty toasty. Repeat with the fat drain. This pan's really hot. It hurts my hands. Flip over again. Alright. Back in. Another 30 minutes. Look at that duck fat. Wow. Wow. While filming this video, I tweeted, "I am roasting a duck!" And I got some responses, including one that says, "Video or it didn't happen." Sorry, this is SD6Man Rat. "Video or it didn't happen. Was the duck alive? Was it an ugly duck? Read this during your video too, please. End parentheses. All those questions are dumb. Whoosh, 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 whoosh. Coming along, baby. Transfer to plate. Oh shit, my finger touched the pan. It hot. Duck fat needs to be drained. Pan is increasingly hot and it's more difficult to do that. Alright, so we've roasted 2 hours thus far. It's starting to look pretty cooked. It's time to glaze it. 420 glaze it! Got our glaze here. We'll just paint it. Paint it with the glaze. Glazing that bot side. Bot short for bottom. And we're gonna turn the heat up for 25. Come on. Oh yeah, okay. We can roast that 420. 420 glaze! It will now be a lot more difficult to flip it because it's wet. So keep that in mind. Maybe just grab it by the neck. Nope. Just do your best. How hard can it be? It's hard. More glaze. This time for the top side. Gonna pour some in the butt. Put her back in. Home stretch, baby. Home stretch. Home stretch, baby. Probably another half hour. But we can prep some other stuff in the meantime. Like, you know, like side dishes, right? Like you probably enjoy. We're cooking up a storm now, kids. We're gonna have to glaze it right in the oven. There's no room otherwise. That looks good. Who knew fancy cooking could be so fancy? Another 15 minutes. No flipping, no time. I'm cooking. The duck is complete. Look at that bad boy. You may want to consider straining off that fat one last time. It's up to you though. Now it needs to rest for a minute. Actually several minutes, like 15, 20 minutes. And so it doesn't get completely cold, we'll try to tent it with some foil. So we just take the foil and put it over it. Rest 20 minutes. I'm so excited to eat this duck. It was a lot of work and a lot of time. I am excited for eating the duck. The duck's done resting. Transfer to the carving board. Cut the legs free. The twine is fine, even though it's probably not food grade. You gotta be careful about any residual twine that's hanging out there. Yeah, look at that orange butt. There's lots of juice in there. Watch out for that. Evacuate your butt. Maybe get rid of those oranges. No problem. Okay, back to the carving. So I don't really actually know how to carve things, so I'm just gonna chop as I see fit. A lot of times they say remove the backbone first. We ain't got time for that. See if we can get our little legs off here. We just gotta find the path of least resistance. Yeah, let's go along that backbone. That might be the way to go. To one side, I guess you would call it. Shut up, Iggy. You're rude. There's our neck and backbone. There's the quarters. We got two breasts with the wings. You can chop the wings off if you want. Let's plate them up. Let's make a plate. There's some duck fat potatoes, some braised cabbage with duck fat in it,
And
beer and bacon, and our picturesque duck breast. Wow, how nice. Let's try her out.
boy, that's good. Worth it. So ducky. Good, but maybe not worth it. I don't know.
Okay, bye. That's how you
do it.